Okay, we're working on the head here before we lost the tape there. And we're trying to free the head up a little bit. Separate it. And bring the neck down a little bit more. You want to be careful you don't do too much of that pulling in so hard that it's going to cut. Okay. Now the other side of the face, we're going to do the same thing. Up to the ears there. You want to be careful. Okay. We have a lot more to do. I'm going to work on that other ear when I'm offline a little bit where I can see it a little bit better. Alright, bring this down a little bit more. See, when I do one of these, I have to look at it from 2 different angles. Well, actually 4. Well, 2 angles, but 4 views. I'm looking at it from the profile side, and I'm looking at it from the front, and also from the profile and from the back. Okay, this definitely will be coming in so much more. There's going to be a lot of cutting here, but you know, you can just keep going from side to side. Try to match it up. See, now that's tugging. I need to turn that around. And this project with having how can I say this? Noah's Ark, you can make it any size. You don't need to make it this big, because I need to find an ark or somehow to figure out what I'm going to do there, and I will come up with an idea. Somehow it always comes together somehow. So I'm going to work down a little further to where his shoulders will probably be, and I'm going to go down a little further. Alright, just a little bit more. There we go. You do need some strength in your hands to do this. You know, and that comes from carving itself. But I'm using, like, the pivoting motion. I'm not using all strength with my hand to pull this, you know, to cut this off. All the animals are going to be sitting just like my nativity scene, so they're not going to be standing. If you want that kind of a project, there may be places on the net you can find animals standing around, but these guys are sitting and waiting to get off the boat. Alright, off the ark. So that's roughly what I have lined up. Okay. just round it off. You do want to get all these rough marks off, okay? Do not want any of that on when you go to paint and all that good stuff. Okay, now I'm gonna kind of start working ear back here. Rounding off the bottom portion of the ear, blending things in. Alright. We're going to keep going with the neck because the neck is way too thick. When you have a nice piece like this that you can just kind of slice, this is the one I got. This is not the stuff I bought out in the Midwest. This is the little darker stuff, but it has a little bit of a grain to it, and it can be a little tough from time to time, but I found that true with any of the stuff that I've gotten, whether from the Midwest or wherever. So take a look here. Oh yeah, this is all going to come down yet. I'm going to spray it a little bit just to help me along. You can see it's turning into a giraffe. And these projects, I'm going to be very honest with you, these projects, if you can get the head right, okay, if you can get the head proportioned right and the size of the animal correct to proportion to one another. I did a couple other pieces, and one I think is a little bit too big. Part of me feels like just putting it in because they're done, but I want to make sure I do this right. So sometimes if you see how I'm scooping that out, I'm actually going against the grain. That's how sharp that knife is. Alright, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm just going to, because his head's got to stick out a little bit. You know, his head's got to be there. So what I might do is take a round gouge and go up a little bit along the side of the head to make that a little more distinct. In fact, I just might do that. Just to help me pull this apart a little bit. Alright. See how it's starting to separate. There we go. And of course we want to take our knife all the way to that. It's a little hard of an angle because the ears are in the way. But you know what, when you get into tough spaces like this, you could really, it does work out. You just need to take the time and the patience to, I don't know, I got some ink on me the other day. So hard to get that stuff off. Okay. You can also just cut it with the knife. Continue to work it out that way as well. Alright. So, okay, see, our face is coming along really well, our head. We'll be right back and we'll keep going.